Hello, Deepak here. Hi. Today I'm gonna look at some important questions on HDFS YARN, which could be considered like some important interview questions on HDFS and YARN. So, let us see how we will manage to perform different operations with respect to HDFS name node. So this is what a good question is. Name node is one of the most important nodes which contain on the entire all the file detail metadata details of the file, all the file block details, all the file type details, the edits, all the operations that took place on every file. Everything is recorded in the name node. It contains a track of all the structure name node. So it can manage the name node is very important. So here are some commands which are being given, which we will look at some. First, we'll look at first five commands, six commands maybe about DFS admin in name node. One is to in the DF and name node we'll see how we can check the number of dead or decommissioned nodes or running nodes or live nodes. So let us look at that. Let us look at that. So okay, let's get inside this guy. Order out quick start. Come on. So that okay, so I have to get a report. So let me run this of the live nodes. Let us look at the list of live nodes here. Hmm. All right, so it's given me output. There's a total one live data node. Let us look at the dead data nodes. Decommissioned also you can see. Okay, now let's try to understand this. What are the info given? So it's saying how much is the total capacity of HDFS? It's close to 54 GB. What is the current present available capacity is like some 8 GB is used for the setup of applications, application jars, all that executable files, all that are covered in 8 GB. So remaining becomes the present capacity, and then you have the remaining capacity. You can see here the total remaining part, and so it's 42 GB. And you can see that distributed file system in the DFS how much data has been loaded, which is close to 800 MB, which is total of the remain of the total available capacity. This is 1.88%. So out of 43 GB, you have used 837 MB, which is 1.88%. Under replicated blocks, number of blocks which are under replicated, over replicated, missing blocks, all that. How much blocks are missing? All that you can see here. Okay, so. mm, You can see out of this, it is a overall summarize, and that's here the info is about each node. So here you can see here the distributed file used remaining. So you can see that non-DFS remaining is 78%, 1.5% is used for this node because the non-distributed. So if you see that distributed the HDFS file system, it is great that there are two sort of things here. One is distributed file system and the non-distributed file system. Non-distributed file system will typically, which you can think like it can contain log files, temporary files, all that, right? That is important information that is needed within the Hadoop job. So that becomes a non-distributed file system. It could be like a namespace, or it could contain other execute some jar details, executable details, which are needed for things which is not contained into the memory that is used, hard disk space used for storing data. So that is the non-distributed file, and there's a distributed file system which contain all the actual data. And that I hope you can appreciate that these two important blocks of memory. So cache used, maybe cache is the internal memory capacity that is sometimes set up. Internal RAM related memory which is used. You can see that RAM is 100% used, remaining is 0. You can see all that info, that details it is captured by at the data node level. At the node level, you can see that. Now let's look at another important command for HDF node, which is entering into safe mode, right, exiting out of safe mode. Now you can see safe mode is where you, when you want to do some, take some backup of name node, you want to uh, be in a system maintenance mode for your entire system where you don't want to do anything. Don't want to just write the data. You want to restart your name node, for example, and you want to put it into safe mode. So it is, you can see where safe mode is when you don't accept no more changes are accept, when you don't replicate or delete blocks. In safe mode, neither of those two are not done. You don't delete blocks, or you don't replicate things, or you don't write any new file. You can do a read only, you can still read things from automatically set, but when you're not startup it happens. And leaves safe mode minimum. So it leaves a safe mode when minimum percentage of the blocks, minimum number of blocks satisfy the replication condition. If it is entered manually, says if you enter manually, you have to exit manually also. Okay, so let us get into a safe mode and see whether you can write any data in HDFS. Let us do that. So your okay, mistake. Okay. Mm, okay, so I don't cannot give hyphen. Okay. So it is enter. Now we are entered in safe mode. Now let us try to load a data here. Okay. So let us see. Let us move something. Uh, so let us say I want to move it to my to go to the current location. So giving an error, you cannot copy at safe mode. So it's saying safe mode is on. Okay, so I cannot copy it. Let's say I want to move it to some location like data. It will give me throw the error. Now we are gonna remove get out of the safe mode. Okay. Um, okay. Now let's do this. It should work now. Okay, and if you this basic stated. Okay. Okay, so it will you didn't get the earlier error. We'll check this error later. So I hope you understood this part. Now you want to save the namespace, like you have, so you have edit logs. You want you like in name node there are two important components. One is the fs image and the second is the edit logs. whenever you are doing any, um, there will be an initial full all the metadata, entire name node structure is stored in a very important file called fs image. And as and when new edits happen, keep on happening, they are all captured in edit log. Now you want to store that edit log. If you, there's one way of storing the edit log, merging it with fs image, that is using the save name space. And once you do the save namespace, you have to reset the edit log. So new edit log will happen. So to do it, you have to use the safe mode. Let us try this. Okay, let us. So I will see this is on. Save namespace successful. Okay. Let's leave the name safe mode now. Okay, so let's look at the next possible question is what is uh, what else like save namespace. Okay, role edits roles. Edit is like you move the logs into the fs image. There is another option. Uh, if any restored fails, storage happens, some storage failure happens, so then to restore things you will be able to use to restore failed storage. Okay, now let us use, instead of using save namespace, we can also use the role edits. Let's try this to move things from the move data into the from the edit logs into the this into the fs image. Okay, so okay, thank you for watching this. I'll be making more videos on the Hadoop interview questions, and see you soon. Bye.